The shocking reality is that nearly 60% of the major appliances sold in these massive warehouses today are engineered to fail within 5 to 7 years. In the 1970s and 1980s, a washing machine was a 20-year investment that you could fix with a screwdriver and a spare belt. Today, you are buying a complex computer wrapped in thin sheet metal that is biologically programmed to self-destruct the moment the warranty expires. You think you are getting a deal because the price tag is lower than it was 10 years ago, but the math does not favor you. You are participating in a calculated cycle of manufactured mediocrity, where the brand name on the box is merely a mask for a ghost of its former self. Over the last 2 decades, the power dynamic in the consumer world shifted from the people who make things to the people who sell them. These massive retail chains approached the legendary brands and offered them a choice that felt like an ultimatum. They demanded products that could hit aggressive, rock-bottom price points for Black Friday and holiday blowouts, or they would banish those brands from their shelves. Most of these manufacturers, fearful of losing access to millions of customers, chose to stay in the store by sacrificing their souls. To survive this arrangement, companies had to reinvent the way they build things, moving away from durability and toward what engineers call cost-optimized design. This is a polite way of saying they stripped out every ounce of quality that the average consumer cannot see from the outside. They took the heavy-duty motors and replaced them with smaller versions running at their absolute thermal limits. They swapped out the stainless steel basins for porous plastic and replaced the mechanical timers with fragile electronic boards. The logo on the outside stayed the same, but the DNA of the product was rewritten to satisfy a spreadsheet, not a homeowner. Consider the Great Appliance Discount Trap, a phenomenon that reaches its peak during every major holiday sale. You see a shiny new refrigerator advertised at a price that seems too good to be true, and in a way it is. These are often exclusive models built specifically for big-box retailers, containing parts that are not shared with the higher-end versions. While the exterior might look identical to a premium model, the guts are a different story. The steel is thinner, the insulation is cheaper. When these machines inevitably break down, usually just as you have finished paying off the store credit card, the true cost is revealed. A technician will explain that the specific control board for your model is no longer manufactured or costs as much as a new machine. This is not an accident. It is a feature of the disposable economy. It is a treadmill of consumption where you are running to keep up. There is a reason why a licensed, professional plumber will often refuse to install the cheapest faucets you find sitting on a warehouse shelf. To the untrained eye, the faucet looks heavy and solid, but inside, the valves and connectors are made of materials that cannot withstand pressure. The failure is rarely a dramatic explosion. It is a slow, silent drip behind a cabinet. By the time you notice, the damage is done. That $50 savings on a kitchen faucet can easily transform into a $5,000 renovation bill for your kitchen. This strategy extends to the outdoor power equipment section. You might see a riding lawnmower with a prestigious brand name sitting out front. However, these entry-level mowers are built with light-duty frames that flex under pressure and non-serviceable transmissions. In the world of mechanics, non-serviceable is a death sentence. It means the entire unit must be scrapped when one small part fails. At an authorized dealer, that same brand might sell a mower that looks similar but costs more. That money buys you a serviceable transmission. We have reached a point where we have normalized the idea that things are supposed to break. We value a low price over peace of mind. If you have to buy 3 cheap machines over 15 years, you have spent more money and created more waste than buying one good machine. The villain in this story is not a single person, but a system that prioritizes quarterly growth and shelf space dominance over the welfare of the consumer. The manufacturers are caught in a race to the bottom, and the retailers are the ones holding the stopwatch. They know that most people will not do the research to find the model numbers or check the internal specifications of a dishwasher. They rely on your fatigue, your busy schedule, and your trust in a name that your grandfather respected in 1955. They are selling you a shadow of the past, hoping you won't notice until the warranty paper is yellowed and the motor is smoking. So, how do you survive in a market designed to fail you? The strategy is simple, though it requires a bit more effort than walking into a warehouse. You must find the dealer loophole. For every major category of home goods, there are specialized supply houses and independent dealers that prioritize professional clients. These are the places where the plumbers, electricians, and landscapers buy their equipment. These outlets don't care about flashy displays. They care about parts availability and long-term reliability. When you buy a water heater from a plumbing supply house, you get a different grade of internal components. When you buy a chainsaw from an authorized power equipment dealer, you are getting a machine that can be taken apart, cleaned, and repaired for decades. These specialized stores exist in every city, tucked away in industrial parks and side streets, waiting for the customer who is tired of the disposable cycle. Yes, you will pay more upfront, sometimes 20 or 30% more. But you are buying time. And time is the one thing no retailer can put on sale. The truth is that our ancestors were right about one thing: you get what you pay for, but only if you know where to shop. We live in an era of deceptive abundance, where the shelves are overflowing with options that are all designed to disappear. To protect your wallet and your home, you must become a student of the hidden guts of the products you buy. Stop looking at the logo on the plastic housing and start asking about the material of the valves, the serviceability of the transmission, and the thickness of the steel. Next time you are tempted by a massive discount at a warehouse giant, ask yourself why that machine is so much cheaper than the one at the local dealer. Is it because the retailer is a master negotiator, or is it because the manufacturer found a way to make the motor out of hope and recycled soda cans? The illusion is beautiful and the bright lights are comforting, but the reality of a flooded kitchen or a dead mower is a harsh awakening. Choose to invest in the things you cannot see, the internal components that do the heavy lifting when no one is watching. Our world is increasingly built on the shifting sands of the disposable economy, but your home does not have to be. By seeking out quality over convenience and durability over a low price point, you are reclaiming your power as a consumer. You are sending a message to the giants that you value engineering over marketing and longevity over a temporary bargain. It is a quiet rebellion, one that happens every time you walk past the special offer sign and head toward the professional supply house. Your wallet will thank you, your home will stay dry, and your machines will actually do the job they were meant to do. Think about the last thing you bought that truly lasted, something that felt like it was built to survive a century. Does that feeling even exist in the modern big box experience, or has it been replaced by the anxiety of wondering when the check engine light will flicker on? We are being sold a temporary life on a permanent installment plan. It is time to step out of the illusion and back into the world of real tools. The choice is yours, but remember, the cheapest price is almost always the most expensive mistake you will ever make. Thank you for spending your time with me today, and I hope this information helps you navigate the minefield of modern retail with a bit more confidence. If you found this perspective valuable, please consider subscribing to the channel so we can continue to unmask the hidden forces shaping our lives.